Ever feel like your backpack is a black hole for your phone? You hear the notification, the new cache published alert, and by the time you've unzipped 3 pockets to find your phone, someone else has already claimed the FTF. Stop fumbling and start finding with Save the Girls. Our crossbody phone purses are the ultimate geocaching power-up. Designed to hang right at your hip, your map and coordinates are always just a glance away. Whether you're bushwhacking through the woods, scaling a boardwalk, or signing a logbook in the rain, your phone stays secure, clean, and right where you need it. No more pocket drop scares. No more digging through gear. Just pure, hands-free caching. Plus, with room for your ID, credit cards, and a spare pen for those logbooks, it's the only piece of gear you'll never want to leave behind. Adventure ready. Style focused. Geocacher approved. Head to SaveTheGirls.com and upgrade your caching kit today. Use code GTN25 at checkout to take 25% off your entire order. Save the Girls, because the only thing you should be searching for is the cache.
Hello, and welcome to Challenge Talk, part of the Geocache Talk Network. You can watch the show live on the second Tuesday of each month. Feel free to jump over to YouTube or Facebook to watch the broadcast live and join the wonderful and active chat room, or listen to the entire show later on your favorite podcast player or YouTube.
Tonight, we're going to get back to examining the year 2000. It's now on to November.
All right. And we also have prizes to give away each show to our listeners. Between each show, be sure to email your challenge cache finds to challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com and you could be a winner.
Later in the show, we'll play our special game exclusively for our live audience, the Wheel of Challenges. So listen live, get your email app ready, and follow the instructions when the time comes so you, that's right, you can have a chance at winning tonight's grand prize.
And at the end of the show, we'll highlight some of the challenge caches you found, and someone will win our monthly Path Tag giveaway. Hey, Tim, how you doing?
Hey, Emily, great. It's been a wonderful month.
It's been a wonderful month.
Much of nothing.
Oh, no, much of nothing month. That sounds very different than my month.
Oh, I know. May was the second lowest month of the year. I only got 102 smileys, which I know for other people is a lot, but for me, it's not. I got 100 in February, and February was the lowest since the year 2020.
Wow.
So it's been 6 years since I have not done this much caching. So I am going to fix that. This weekend, we're doing the Mouse Paddle Rev 2. We're going to go on the St. Joseph River down here in South Michigan, and it is a river power trail. 17 miles, 124 caches. So
that's a lot, 124. I love it. I wish I could join you. Oh, man.
I'm told it's going to be a very grueling day, and I'm not going to want to get out of bed on Sunday. But
that could be true if you haven't used some of those kayaking muscles in a while. Yes, that could be true.
And I'm planning for the Midwest Geobash. That is the one event I'm going to this year, and I'm practicing my cornhole because I'm getting there on Thursday night.
And they have a tournament? Oh, that's great.
So.
That's great. Well,
how about you? You did some traveling, did you not?
It's been a big month. I had a big trip I've been really looking forward to a while. Geo Woodstock happened in Kansas, and that set me up perfectly for a trip that I was hoping to make to achieve goals. I loved seeing so many people at Geo Woodstock. I forgot how awesome that is, how much it encourages my soul, and how I shouldn't plan to do anything else because there's so many people to talk to. So that was a ton of fun. On the trip, my mom and I targeted old caches. So we got the oldest cache in Texas and Oklahoma and Nebraska and Missouri and Arkansas. Arkansas's oldest turned out to be my 14,000th cache. So there's my milestone picture. It felt so great.
Buttercup.
Yeah, it felt so great to finally get to this cache that so many others have easily waltzed right up to. And I'm like, when can I get to it? But Tim, the best part was me and my mom both achieved triple Jasmer on this
triple
Jasmer. So I have been focused on old caches for so many years now. And between finding, so the 3 I needed were Tombstone, Texas Oldest, Buttercup in Arkansas, and Watts Mills, Missouri's Oldest. And so this is me and Mom at that cache in Missouri where we traveled. Oh, that's just me. Wrong picture. Me and Mom. We both achieved triple Jasmer. I've been dragging her around on my trips too. So she has just naturally achieved these things alongside of me. And so, Tim, it feels so good to be here. And the only cache that we need besides keeping up with it now is we need to go to Sweden. We need Match Dash.
Match Dash?
Yeah. So we have had a great few years. I'm going to have to find a new obsession because, you know, you can't go to Match Dash every day. So I need to find my next thing.
There's like a cruise coming up in a couple of weeks where you could get that, you know.
Yeah, I don't have a cabin on that cruise. So that's not happening.
Okay. Oh, darn.
But all that to say, man, what a month. What an absolute wonderful month. And Tim, you helped me do something pretty cool too. Before Geo Woodstock, I was telling some of my geocaching friends about using Cache Tour to plan the trip. And they're like, we want to know more about this. So I had a presentation event at my library for Cache Tour, and Tim, you zoomed in. And that was so helpful because I was just teaching them the basics that I operate on, knowing full well there's so many more things you can do. There's multiple ways you can do the same thing. Some you, Tim, know how to do more efficiently than I've bumbled around and figured out. So it was fun to have Tim in the room in Oregon to help us learn Cache Tour. So thank you for doing that.
It was a fun event, and the people I think got a lot out of it. And I actually learned some things because I didn't know about
because I do things a little differently
adventure
than
lab
you.
part. So
yeah, so very good. It's been a great month. So
cool.
Thank you to everyone I got to bump into at Geo Woodstock. Thanks for the chatting and the fun. It was great.
Yeah, I saw you got to meet Thunderstruck and Jim. So that was fun.
Yeah, very nice.
He was telling us about that. And, you know, it is so much fun to meet. I don't want to call them patrons, but, you know, people that are followers of the show, our friends
community.
of the show.
Yeah, friends of the show. It's really fun. I love it when you guys walk up to me and you recognize me, and thank you for your grace when I don't recognize you or haven't met you yet. Tim, it was really fun. Some people were like, I saw your mom, so I knew you had to be nearby. Love that. So
that's great. All right. Well, how about some news?
Let's talk about news. Yeah, I was just looking here, seeing if there's anything in the chat room. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've got some nice to meet you. Same. It's just it's great. It's great to see everyone at a big event. All right. So yeah, let's get back to the show and not the memories. So yeah, Save the Girls. You guys, you saw the advertisement at the beginning. I finally got my hands on one of their products. So this is like a wristlet product, or it has like a long strap for over your shoulder. It's got one of those, just like a lot of their products, the plastic sleeve to hold and access your phone. So yeah, I'm excited to have a Save the Girls product. The crossbody strap that I ordered is on back order, so I still don't have that one to try out, but I'm very excited to finally have one in hand. And like that advertisement said, use the code GTN25 for savings at Save the Girls.
That's a good savings.
It really is.
And of course, in honor of Jasmer, you know, we still have some of the coins. Coins 1 and 2 are still in the shop. And I know 3 and 4, the order's been placed. So I don't know if they're on their way in. I don't think you can pre-reserve them.
No, I don't think so. So you just have to watch the shop and see what's there. So yeah, at Etsy, it's Geocache Talk Shop, and that's where you can find the different coins and a few other goodies too. Yeah.
And then last but not least is a little event called Cache Fest.
just a little event.
I don't know.
No, just a little event that's been consuming a lot of time and attention for us and some of you too. So Cache Fest Savannah, July 11th. GC, BF, DWB. And Tim, the reason it's been consuming us is because we and others have been working on our pre-event challenge, this box of chocolates that we debuted last month. So we have heard from some of you how many points you're earning. Let us know who you are. We don't know who's running the checker. So tell us how you're doing. We know some of you are going to attend in person and tell Gary and Dawn what your achievements have been to try to win a chance at the Wheel of Challenges, because that's based on how many points you've earned. The secret being that when you complete one of these or multiple of these and run the checker then tells you how many points you've earned. So it's a secret which chocolate has which points, but you'll find out when you run the checker and check your accomplishments. I forgot to run the checker before the show, but my Geo Woodstock trip got me a lot of points. That was really nice.
I bet that got a lot of points.
But then there's others who are very proud of their achievements without a mega. Hint, people on a couch.
Well, and I heard from the Geocaching Ninja that he has completed his challenge, his box of chocolates. And I see in the chat that B&J Bish Brad has completed the challenge.
That's
so well
so
done.
Awesome. Yeah.
And neither of those surprised me. So
Right. Absolutely. You guys are always top challengers every year. So congrats, Geocaching Ninja. Yeah. Oh, Jen says, I didn't see Brad for the better part of 3 weeks because he was working on those chocolates. That's great.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be good and sometimes not. So
yeah, we got all kinds of points all over the board in the chat room. 93, 48, 120. Yes. Geo Woodstock was definitely, a push for a lot of those points. Judy says, I have to place my 3 challenge caches.
Okay.
Oh, Tim, I got to find a Judy challenge in Arkansas. Yeah, nice. That was great. So thank you, Mass Seeker, for adding to my trip. And I really liked the hide style too. So,
well, whether you get one or whether you get all of them, the point is to have fun with the challenges. And I guess, along the way, if you email us or hopefully it'll come back from Gary and Dawn, who will be on site at Cache Fest for us. We've already talked to them about, what we would like to do, how we would like to do it. Don't know if we're going to be virtually there or not. We're going to see how the event sets up. But how do you like the points? I mean, was having some mystery to it, was that a good thing? Do you like to know offhand where the challenges, again, is always too easy or were they too hard? And again, for some, they're going to be really hard. For some, they're going to be really easy. And we get that. But, we do this for you guys. So, tell us what you thought.
Yeah. So tell us what you thought. If you don't end up at Cache Fest Savannah, remember to report back to us what your point total is so we can recognize you. All of that is on the FAQ page of the box of chocolates images. So yeah, check all that out. We'll put our reminders out to you. But yeah, send your accomplishments in so we can shout you out.
All right. And one more comment on that the FAQ was done in a rush, and it's got the checker on it, but it didn't get a couple of things on it. And I think
there's always something to clarify.
I know. Some of you had already figured it out that the Adventure Labs do not count as a cache type. The way headquarters brought them out, the way Project GC manages them, they're an entirely different system. And if you're not a premium Project GC member, they're counted differently than if you are. And so we made the decision to just simply, sorry, this time Adventure Labs do not count. The other thing is we asked you to do a row or a column in the Fizzy Grid. You can also do a diagonal, and it works. Cool. So if you're so inclined, the Geocaching Ninja, you can do a diagonal too.
You can do it all.
You can do it all. And then counties are anywhere that Project GC defines a county. So yes, Canada has counties. They call them provinces. Germany, Australia, as long as it's part of the county element at Project GC, it will count. So just know that we're trying to be as all-inclusive as we can be.
Yeah. And again, you got questions, just email us, challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com.
And I like Brad's, I got to find the comments again. Brad's latest comment here is great. Where is it? There it is.
Oops, I took it away.
You took it away again. All right. It was fun. He wasn't worried about the points because he knew he was going to get them all anyway.
Cool.
And
Very good.
I had a message in from a friend that said the same thing. When's the checker coming out? I said, what does it matter as long as you get them
You're
all?
going to do them all.
Yeah.
We know you. That's great. Awesome.
All right. Moving into our challenge stats, which I did update this month at the end of May. I did it on May 29th. We now have 53,384 active caches throughout the world. And this is up 514 from April. So well done, team. Everybody's putting out challenge caches. The United States has 20,299. That's crazy. I reported last month that France had jumped Norway. Norway took it personally and jumped France this month. So Norway is now 15 ahead of France.
I love it. I love it. Good job, guys. We don't know if you're listening, but
hopefully somebody is.
We're tracking you.
That's what we have for this month.
I love it. That's great. Well, we also heard some great stuff from our listeners. So we want to send a shout out to TWH Ryder, who recently completed the Pennsylvania DeLorme Challenge Grid and Date Hidden Calendar. So 2 huge accomplishments. Congratulations. We want to hear from you guys. You know, sometimes what you achieve isn't connected to a challenge that you got to sign in the past month that we celebrate at the end. Tell us anyways. We want to hear what you're up to. So congratulations. We also heard from...
Justin, go for that.
Yeah, from Justin Spurs. He said, just wanted to share the fun trip we had going to Geo Woodstock. One of the big highlights for us was finally getting some year 2000 caches. We ended up with 8 on this trip. Congratulations, Justin and crew. I know how that feels. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and it took a break because I forgot to get this one going. So we have this up on the screen, which came in from Kitty Cache. This is the Mighty Moruya Challenge Series.
I love it.
So
we got a guy climbing a mountain with a flag on top. That's what I'm seeing, right?
Yeah, well, that's the challenge icon.
That's oh my goodness, right?
Yes, that is the challenge icon.
Right,
there you go. 57 challenge caches coming for the Moruya Geocache. These have been published. When I last looked, there were 56 out. They had a little bit of trouble with one of them. They had to do some redesign on it. I don't know if it's been released yet. But Kitty sent this to us, and I know that I qualify for 32 of the 56.
Woohoo.
So
I know what you're doing in Australia.
I'm hoping to add that when I go to Australia.
Very good. Very good. We also heard from Cheeky Bird about another hide. GCBN6EP. It challenges you to have 300 combinations of hidden month, Jasmer style, and 1,000-foot elevation bands. And so you can check out that challenge. We have that linked in the show notes. And he said, every listener name I ran passes the challenge. So Tim,
nice,
you have 860 points and the needed is 300. I have 1,262 points.
Well, la-di-da, way to go.
Cheeky Brit has 1,422 points. And he saw that Hiking Seal has the most out of everyone he checked with 2,276 points.
Wow.
So thanks, Cheeky Brit, for your never-ending mind of ideas that you keep sharing with us to challenge us. Yeah.
All right. So let us know about your challenge adventures from what you're working on in the pre-event, to what you're doing in your day-to-day life. We really love to share great stories about what our community is doing.
Thanks for sharing.
We don't have a show without you guys. So thank you so much.
All right, let's get into our topic, Tim. Let's talk about old caches again. We had to take a break last month for good reason, but we're back to year 2000 caches. We're going to talk about November and then finally December in our series of what do these caches look like? What do we need to know to go find them? So let's start with Oregon.
Yeah, why not? We've got 20 caches to review.
So many. So
we're not going to go into depth like we have
some
before.
Of them are so easy. You don't really need a lot of in-depth. And then we'll talk about what needs to be talked about for others. So this one,
so kick us off.
GC A5, Hembury Ridge in Oregon. So really the bulk of your challenge here is just driving to it. Folks have posted decent waypoints in the cache logs that you can follow to the cache. It's, you're on forest roads, you have to be careful, but any I would say non-small car can easily make the trip. And then once you're up to the top, you're kind of like at a dead end roundabout, and the cache is so easy to find once you're up there. So
Okay. Oh, you found this in 2016. So
this was a part of my first Jasmer quest.
Okay.
Yes,
Not
very long
bad.
time ago. Yeah.
All right. Number 2 is in Utah. It is GCA8. And this one's kind of northwest of Cedar City. There's an earth cache nearby as well. It's got an altitude about 7,500 feet. So it's one of those that's a little bit up there. There are very good notes on the cache page. I did note that, and all the different waypoints and suggestions, things like that. They do highly recommend a 4x4. A short-based one, because there's a lot of switchbacking that you have to do.
Okay, that's good to know. So maybe my parents' Prius isn't what we should choose to go.
Probably not.
Okay,
I would say a little higher clearance.
All right.
There's a 2-track that goes to within about 100 feet of the cache. And what I heard here was the hardest part is taking that 2-track, because you can only go about 10, 15 miles an hour over what you'd expect to be an unimproved goat trail. And it's also spotty signal in that area. So as with many of the year 2000 caches, download an offline list and get them ready.
I would definitely say that for Hembury Ridge as well. It's been a while, but my guess would be, be prepared.
Okay. Next up,
GCA6. This is Strathcona Wilderness 1. Excuse me if I say that wrong. And this is in Alberta, Canada. So, Tim, this is interesting. Replaced and unarchived in 2005.
Yeah,
so some of that stuff did go on, but I guess they kept some of the original status of it, of being hidden, keeping the status of being hidden in November of 2000. So, lucky for this one.
So this one's outside of Edmonton. You can park at the Strathcona Wilderness Center. And sounds like it's about 0.4 of a mile, relatively flat trail. And it's maybe about 100 feet off trail. That you got to do a little bit of bushwhacking for. So,
all right. Doesn't sound too bad. I haven't found it. And I'm remembering back to some trips, and I'm like, why didn't I find it? But there's always a reason to go back, right?
Right. That's one of our Canadian caches. So that's pretty cool too.
Pretty cool. All right, next one, GC9FF, Alvin's Phone Line in Minnesota. This is north of Hibbing, and we've got some possible parking and a trailhead coordinate. So, Tim, was this just kind of sketchy on the map to know exactly where to park?
No, there were a couple of different parking spots that I saw. And again, I made a note that there's lots of good information on this particular cache page.
Great.
And probably the most important part of this is do not seek this cache in the month of November. It's deer season. This cache is on private property, but they know that geocachers are coming for it. They welcome geocachers to come to it any month other than November.
Please be
respectful. If you go in November, you're going to work very hard to get this cache archived. So you have 11 other months to choose. Do not choose November.
Yes, very good. Very good. You had a note on here, bring bug spray. So that must have been some stuff you saw in your research.
So, All right. Next up is GCAB. And this is the Orange County Stash version 3.0. It's in California. This one, due to the California wildfires about 3 years ago, the cache is still disabled. There's a little bit of uncertainty here. We're waiting for the cache owner to get some information, the updated positive information. Somebody reported that the area is now open. National Park Service has opened it back up. Other places it said no, it is still in a disabled status. So we're not sure. It's a
Gotcha.
D3 T4. This is a 3-mile hike over an intermediate terrain level. And who knows what the fire has done to that.
Right.
You have
How
about
that changes
1,000
things.
feet of elevation change. So this
Wow.
is a challenging cache.
Yeah.
when it's
Anyone in
available.
our chat done this? I'd be really curious to hear about it. Sounds rough. Hey, we're
Yeah, I'd
getting
say
some.
this is perfect for Cheeky Brit, but
Yeah, exactly. We're getting some an interesting observation. Jim says for the past one, Alvin's phone line, a November cache you can't find on its birthday since you can't go in November. What a good
yes,
observation. People
that
like to
is
do
true,
that, like to
Jim.
go around the cache's
It was
birthday.
probably placed during hunting season, so that then it could come back out.
Yeah. All right. So our next one is GCAD, Devil Bend in Victoria, Australia. Excuse me as I'm scrolling here to see things
All right,
better.
go ahead.
This is south of Melbourne on the peninsula, and we've got some parking coordinates, and this is at the Devil Bend Nature Preserve. And Tim, you learned it was just a short walk down the trail. Is this something on your radar? I'm not sure exactly where you're going.
This one is not. Australia is a very big place.
Yes, it is. And I don't have my geography memorized for Australia perfectly yet. But cool. Sounds like a nice, easy one if you can get there.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. It looked pretty easy. And there's a lot of caches that we have. The next two are actually GCAF and GCB0. Now these are on the South Island of New Zealand. The first one is called Mount Cargill. The second one is called Flagstaff Hill. And Mount Cargill is about 7 kilometers north of Dunedin, Otago. Hopefully I said that right, New Zealand. Again, the cache page has very good directions, parking on the path on the cache page, and you walk along the Mount Cargill Trail. Doesn't sound that hard. It just takes some time to get there. And there's 3 of them that are actually around Dunedin, Otago, Flagstaff Hill, which I mentioned. It's about 5 kilometers northwest. So they're in different areas. This is a very large cache at the summit, which is 650 meters, or about 2150. So it's not tall. And again, it has a lot of great content on the cache page. There's directions, parking, trailhead. And the third one is GCB1, which is Unity Park. And this one is southwest of Dunedin, Otago. The cache owner, I think it's the same cache owner, if I remember right, for all 3 caches.
Cool.
And very good information on the cache page. And
there's even a 4th one here. Yeah.
GCB you're right. I missed that.
Also in that same area.
Yeah, GCB2, which is the botanical garden. And in the garden, it's a great big garden place. It looks really beautiful on the map. This was southeast of the rhododendron dell, which has got to be a place where they just have tons and tons of rhododendrons there.
Yeah, sounds
lots
beautiful.
of hiking trails in this botanical garden. So
you can knock off your quad November in New Zealand.
Yeah, in
on
one
the
visit.
South Island in New Zealand. I love it. Very cool. Also, we have in there another Australia one, GC1F11. This is along M2 northwest of Sydney off of Heidel Place Road. And this looks like another easy one. Just get yourself to ground zero and find the cache.
And find it. Now, this one is on our list because we're hoping to spend a couple of days in Sydney.
Great.
So I'm hoping to add that one. As you'll learn a little bit later on, I've got my Quad Jasmer for November. Recent trip that I took. And so this one would be a bonus one, which I can't. I just would love to get. Oh, and that brings us to this one, which is GCBF.
You found it 5 days ago.
I found it 5 days ago. Yeah. A buddy and I took a trip to New Jersey, New York, and it was a long drive out and a long drive back, but we spent one day in the New Jersey, New York area, and I managed to get the Boston cache. Now, I can't find my picture.
Oh, no.
It is. There it is. There's me with the Boston cache.
Nice.
Signing on. So that was cool. The Boston cache is along the Dunning Trail. It's southwest of Middleton. Now, we found a parking area just off the road. And from there, it was about 7/10 of a mile to walk to this one. And it is almost all uphill.
Oh, wow.
So on a 1 to 5, I'd give it a 2, 2.5. I took a couple of breaks because of my age. I am learning that I have some arthritis in my knee. So I had to take a little break, but I did manage to find this one about 50 feet off of ground zero. And, you know, if you've hunted year 2000 caches, you know that satellite signal was not as good back then as it is today. So once you hit ground zero, then I just start making that big circle. And
yeah, use your geosenses.
Yeah.
Many have come before you.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, very good. Congrats on getting that.
Thanks.
All right. We've got GCBC Monte Cristo in Washington. So this is west of Everett, Washington. It's a 10-mile round trip hike. I've heard about this one. It's on a seasonal road to the town of Monte Cristo. So this one is just a long walk to get this cache. I haven't done it, obviously. So if anyone else has any interesting
I was kind of surprised you hadn't done this. So
yeah, I think it's just most of the time I'm heading somewhere instead of staying close to home, even though this isn't super close to home for me. It's an entire full day trip to get up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Next up is GCBE, and this is the Turkey Cache, which is also in New York. And we picked this. This was our second one of the trip. What's most interesting, I thought, about this one is that it doesn't have one of the big pictures in it. One of the signs.
How interesting.
Yeah.
That picture is kind of everywhere.
I mean, we talked about that. Yeah, most all caches have that sign in them. But
yeah, the signage, not a picture. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Here's my picture of when my mom and I found it.
Oh, very good.
There's kind of a classic stone fence that you'll be looking near. And
yeah. Now, we found that fence to be about 3/10 of a mile from parking. And again, a little easier hike.
Definitely.
But still a lot of uphill. I rated it a 2 in the 1 to 5 scale. The coordinates for this one were spot on. So we actually started our hunt assuming ground zero wasn't correct and then had to come back.
How about that? We had to find the cache at ground zero. That's funny. Very good. Very good. Well, our next one is GCC2 Azucar Mine Offset in California. This is southeast of Barstow, and this is a projection mystery cache. So I haven't looked at this one, Tim. That sounds very interesting, but it involves a 2-track road and desert hiking. So you've got your desert risks like heat and snakes and loose rocks. So very interesting, an offset mystery. Did it look hard, Tim?
Sorry. Distracted.
That's all right.
Squirrel.
That's all right.
Squirrel.
It's rated a 4, a difficulty 4. So that's very intriguing.
Okay. Yep. I got some notes in here. Expect heat. Be mindful of snakes and loose rocks. So you want to be careful with this one.
Yeah.
Next up, GCC6. This is the Turkey Run stash, and this is near my hometown, Indiana. It's in Turkey Run State Park, and what I learned in researching this is there's now 2 new earth caches there.
Ooh, very nice. So Tim, one thing I heard before going here is how much people love this state park. And
beautiful.
having been there, I agree. I would have loved to spend more time here, explore the trails. The trails are all over the page on easy to very, very challenging. And yeah, it was a great park. Here's a picture of when I found it 2 years ago.
Whee!
Yeah, so you know, Tim and I were talking about this one. Most people are going to access this on Trail 2, I believe, which has a closer parking area and it's got the earth caches along the trail. And a lot of people are going that way because it's the shorter way. It also turns out to be a little bit more difficult in terrain. And at that point, my mom and I were looking to be cautious and careful with new knees and all that kind of stuff. So I did my research and we took Trail 1. And what I really was trying to figure out, and I'll pass on to you guys, is Trail 1 absolutely does intersect with Trail 2 close to ground zero. And then we were easily able to make the find. And so we've passed that on to some other folks who are worried about the trails. You do have to take a lot of stairs down to Trail 1, but then that was a very doable way to access that cache.
Good, nice to know. And I remember when we did it, I found it back in 2017. I don't know which trail I took, but I ended up bushwhacking down to ground zero.
Sounds like Trail 2, not Trail 1.
And it was.
And Trail 1 has a whole different parking area. It's like a much bigger. I think I saw there was a pool there and some other amenities. So 2 different parking spots for which way you decide to approach this one.
Well, and I know we went in January, so we actually had a gate closed. It was winter and
slippery on the rocks, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. But definitely that was an enjoyable cache. Super great style of hide. So yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Okay. Next up, New South Wales. I will not be attempting this one.
Okay. Tell me more.
It is GCF7. It's southeast of Canberra, and which is about where we're going to be. I've got some possible parking, but it is a D1 T5.
Ooh.
Emphasis on read the cache page.
Okay.
It's a very challenging, very, very challenging cache.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get to that cache page. And
only 2 of my friends have found this. One of them being Kitty Cache. She lives there, so she can take her time and she can acclimate to the heights. The cache page recommends you get this cache in 3 steps so that you can acclimate, and 3 steps, 3 different days, 3 different trips to get this cache. My other friend TTO2 out of Texas, he's crazy, so I expect him to have this cache. So he does. So
all right, that's hilarious.
Those are the only 2 that I know, and it has not been found much because it is a very, very difficult cache.
Well, how interesting. How many people in our chat are now like, put it on my list? Love it. Very cool. All right. We've got GCC8 Gerbil Cache in New Jersey, and this is north of Patterson. We got some suggested parking courts from the Cheeky Brit, which will be in our show notes. And I did hear about this one being a challenging hike. So you need to definitely allow for 60 minutes one way and then also coming back. You've got some steepness and it's rocky. And honestly, I didn't have time to fit that into the last trip that I took out that way.
Yeah,
so,
and we went right by the area as well, but we didn't have that kind of time to spend on it. So we, unfortunately, it's New Jersey's oldest, which I would have loved to have gotten, but it does take some time, and I didn't want to, didn't want to get hurt on this trip, and so that 2 hours, maybe 3 hours that was there just wasn't going to do it. Actually, Gary came in with the same. Gary from the GBs, very challenging. So we understand that.
Yep.
All right, next up is another one local to me, GCC7. It is the Fowler Park Wilderness Stash. It's south of Terre Haute, and you park at the Griffin Bike Park, and you hike around the lake.
Yeah, so my mom and I did this. We did this on the same day that we did Turkey Run. It's a lengthy walk. There are some possible closer parking access point. Cheeky Brit told us that he parked there. It's a little bit of like, can't you park there? So my mom and I just decided we're going to park at the bike park and we're going to walk around the lake. We knew it would be beautiful. It definitely was. It just took time to walk a long trail with terrain changes. It's a bike park. So this is meant for dirt bike or mountain biking, like physically exerting yourself on a bike. Am I getting that right? And I think this is a matter of this bike park didn't open until over a decade after this original cache was hidden in the year 2000, so times have changed. The bike park is now the prevalent access point. So give way to the bikers that you encounter on the trail. When you follow your trail maps on your app, they get you right there. Be careful when you're closer to ground zero, because some of the trails are like meandering in and out with each other. So just follow the GPS and you will be able to find it. Another classic, found an ammo can. It was at a very steep point. So this was me not falling down the hill while taking a selfie.
Which is good.
Yes. Yes. I have never fallen at an old cache.
All right.
But yeah, that was a very enjoyable one too. And if you're so inclined to take just a slightly longer walk, there's a smaller parking area where you can cross on a floating bridge.
Ooh.
I was so tempted, but we didn't do that.
That would be fun. Yeah. And jumping back to the gerbil cache for a minute, the hiking seal said there's an amazing view of New York New York City, and they didn't find it too tough a hike, and it isn't too tough a hike. From what I understand, loose rocks can be some mud. It was just the time that it took, and we heard from Cheeky Brit that he kind of ran it. And it was a 30-minute up and back for him. So,
a gerbil cache, wow.
Yeah, so you can do that. And then Tiva28 said, that she was able to get it for the anniversary event that they held at that. So,
and back to Fowler Park, Cheeky Brit said the trails are wider than a single track since they're designed for adaptive bikers on tricycles without legs, so using hand crank power. He said pedals on the screen there, but he meant hand crank power. I was extremely impressed with this park. So I feel like I'm going on about it because it was such a positive experience. It was really patriotic. There were memorials to all kinds of people around. I thought it was a great experience. So I highly suggest a visit to Fowler Park.
Okay. And Matt corrected me. He really is human. 30 minutes each way.
Okay. So he could cut a half hour off that 60 minutes projection.
Anyway,
That's great.
We know, Matt, you're superhuman. So we got that. And the last catch of the night is GC-C9. It's not a walk in the park. Last month we had the walk in the park. And so now we have the no walk in the park.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I was able to get the no walk in the park. Wait, no walk in the park.
No, you got the walk in the park.
Oh, the walk in the park is absolutely a walk in the park. So yeah, this one, I love the name here. No walk in the park.
Yeah. So it's at the end of Shoreline Drive. And I did this one back in 2019. I found it to be an easy trail hike, maybe 0.3 of a mile from parking, with a couple different trail choices. There are updated coordinates in the logs, and kind of as we've mentioned, 2,000 caches can be off by quite a bit, and this one is off by quite a bit. But there's now another earth cache nearby, so
cool.
Finding it interesting that all of these earth caches, and darn if I didn't find a really cool spot when I was going for the Boston cache. Those of you in New York may or may see an earth cache coming out soon in a neighborhood near you.
Adding to the game board. Thanks, Tim. Are you trying to fill in your earth cache bingo?
Yes, I am, but I've already placed one.
Oh, okay. So this is just bonus.
I think I placed 3 this year, so that would be number 4. Yep. Right. I have 2 more challenges to complete that, and one of them is a historic earth cache.
Oh.
And there's a fossil park in Sylvania, Ohio, which just happens to be mostly on my route to Midwest Geocache.
Mostly.
And the second one that I need is I have to find an Earth cache on International Earth Cache Day.
Okay, so you
And
just
there's
have to
one
wait.
3 miles away from me that I have
All
been
right.
saving. So I'm
Very
blacked out,
I
technically.
love it. I love it. Plans to be blacked. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, there you have it. Those are the November 2000 caches. There were a lot to cover. So definitely check out the show notes to be reminded of our little tidbits, as well as check out the logs of these cache pages. Most high or finders are adding tips to help you. Remember, you can sort the logs by most helpful or great story, and then upvote those good logs to help others see those logs as well. So we have 1 month left, December of 2000 caches. If you have a great story or tip for us for December 2000 caches, let us know before the next show.
Right. Otherwise.
Hi, I'm Tim Marshall. I'm from Australia, now in the US. Time for the Wheel of Challenges.
He really wasn't very excited about that, but I
know
am.
that's so funny. That was very low key. Time for the Wheel of Challenges. 1 live viewer. No, I'm going to amp it up. 1 live viewer each month will be selected to face off against the wheel to have a chance to win the grand prize, a 1-year membership on Project GC. And we do ask that you limit yourself to 3 lifetime wins. So to enter, I'm going to put the rules up here. Email challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com with the subject spin me and your geocaching username in brackets with your answer to this question.
This month, it's a tough question.
It is. I like it, Tim. This is Tim's idea, and I like it. Which USA November of 2000 cache is the farthest north? So think about that.
I wrote that wrong.
You wrote that wrong?
I wrote that wrong. It's going to be a different answer than we're expecting, but that's okay.
Okay.
It was supposed to say which North American November 2000 cache, but it's okay because one is North American and one is USA. So we've asked about the USA, which is okay.
All right.
So see what we get.
Okay, sounds good. I'm thinking, Tim, if you're thinking it's a different answer, then I'm thinking, how do I know which person answered correctly?
I'll help out.
Okay, very good. All right, so I'm monitoring my email.
I got a guess going.
We got some thoughts. Cheeky Brit says GCA6 is out. You guys, I don't have any emails yet. People are thinking. Tim, you picked a hard one. I usually at least have an answer by now. Our bumper music is over.
Oh, it is. And we
I have no answer or no emails.
So the answer we're looking for is a cache that's placed in Minnesota.
Okay. That's a huge hint. That is a huge hint. Huge hint.
What's interesting is the cache I was going for is 30 seconds north of this cache.
Oh, Tim, are you sure?
Yeah.
In our show notes, you have an answer.
I do.
And I'm going to type something in our show notes.
I'm going to go there and look, maybe.
And maybe that changes what you think the correct answer is. You guys, this is this is people.
Yeah,
no, that's not the answer.
It could be.
Cause
yeah. Did I mess this up? You know, I did this so long ago when I.
This is what it looks like to watch Emily. And
I
Tim
bet I did. I know, because the other one that I was thinking about is way north of this in North America. So it is a USA cache. It is not in Minnesota. somewhere
Okay.
else.
Which means we have our first correct
Okay,
answer
good.
that we got about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, all right. Well, fine. Sorry.
That's all right. You guys, just welcome to the live show, right? This is what happens live. So our correct answer is Monte Cristo in Washington, which is
GCBC.
definitely both the US and North America.
Yes, it is.
And our first correct person to answer is hiking seal.
Oh,
so
nice.
let's open up that wheel of challenges and put hiking seal up against the wheel. See what we get.
Let's see what we got. And let me get to. I should have been doing that rather than trying to figure out what mistakes I was making.
That's okay. We had to be on the same page to have.
I know we did.
To have an answer, so it's all good. It's all
yeah.
good.
So the answer was Monte Cristo is at North 47, 59.132. versus 0.102 for the cache that's in Minnesota.
So so the fact of being that close to each other is still true.
Yeah.
Between Washington
and
a
Minnesota. 3 for them.
Okay, so we got a 3 difficulty.
The yo-yo challenge.
This is GC 3D F5J.
And so the objective is to find a cache in each of the 24 squares. So this is a size and type-based challenge.
I like it. This is rated 66 in difficulty by projectgc.com based on, and Tim, there's no space there, based on
thank you.
The collective geocaching body.
And hiking seal fulfills the challenge.
Very good. Very good.
6 different sizes of traditional, 6 different sizes of multi, 6 different unknown, and 6 letterboxes.
Oh, Tim, this is really amazing. Hiking Seal is chatting live, of course, playing live, saying, holy crap, I'm on a plane and I make it first. Woo! And you win. So congratulations, Chris. That is so awesome. Very good. Congratulations.
I wonder if are they on the cache cruise? I know some people.
I don't know. Yeah, where are you going? Are you willing to tell? That is really fun. Wherever you're headed, have a great trip. All right. Oh, that's so much fun. Yeah. All right, let's go to something completely objective. And this is our monthly challengers. Every month every month we give a congratulatory shout out to listeners who email us proof of qualifying and logging a challenge cache since the last show. So just a reminder, send us an email to challengetalkpodcast@gmail.com with your accomplishments from the last month. Include photos if you'd like, and your stories about your experiences, and you will be entered into the prize giveaway for a Challenge Talk path tag. So here are a few of the interesting challenges we heard about from our listeners.
First one up is from our friend Bloody Cool. It is GC B2Q62. This is 25 by 5/5 challenge, the big one. Find a total of 25 caches with a 5.5 DT rating. It's part of the 25 GeoArt Challenge Trail.
Yeah.
And this was Bloody Cool's 18,000th smiley.
Woo, so congratulations.
Bloody Cool.
Very good. Very good. All right. Our next one comes from OMALM. I'm not sure if I say that as a word or not, you guys, because this is their first entry from just finding our podcast. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the Challenge Talk community. And thanks for sending in one of your achievements right away as soon as you learned about this. So this is GC8THFF 3525 Travel Challenges Platinum. So as I was looking, they found several of these this month, and they're either about finding 3 caches, 5 caches, or 25 caches based on counties or states or countries. And this platinum challenge is to find a cache in at least 5 countries. So congratulations. Wow. Thanks for sending that in.
Yeah. And welcome, as Emily said. Next one is Vorlon 40, and that's a name that I don't recognize. So
yeah, so
another new one?
I'll speak up. So this is John, and I run into John at Mega Challenges. And so that's one of the things he said, that this challenge is GCBD JKF, the Quarter County Challenge. And he found this on a Geo Woodstock trip where I got to run into him and his mom. No, he ran into me and my mom.
Hopefully it didn't hurt, but
no, it didn't hurt.
okay,
It was
all right,
very nice. Very nice to run into each other. So basically this challenge says the US currently has 3,144 counties. This challenge requires you to have found a cache in a quarter of them. Find and log a geocache in 786 different US counties. And because of his trip with some avid county cacher buddies, he qualified for this with 1,046 counties found. So very good.
Wow.
Congrats.
Very cool. Next up, the Birkenstock report, our monthly report from the Aurora Challenge Trail. This time it is GCBDQJF, which is to complete a 365-day streak.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know, Birkenstock report is not a long-time cacher.
No, this is an amazing story. She says, May 25th was a great day for me. It was my 1-year geocaching anniversary and my 365-day streak. Yes, I started geocaching the day after school got out in 2025 and haven't stopped since. As May 25th approached, I knew I would get my 365 found date calendar challenge and 365 streak on the same day, and I decided to kick it up a notch and try to complete my 366 place date challenge on the same day. I accomplished this at 9:45 p.m. on May 25th with cache GC83NM4, which was placed on February 17th, 2019. So on that date, she qualified for the Berks, the 365 Days of Berks, the Everyday They Hide In Challenge, the Ultimate Play State Challenge, which she found in Minnesota. So just so many. And so we've got her story in there. She's trying to decide how long to keep this streak. She's not sure about streaking through the winter again. Otherwise, she said she would aim for 907 days, which is Alaska's area code. But maybe she'll respect her Oregon roots and finish at 541 days in Oregon area code.
Either way, streaks are impressive and streaks are very hard.
Yes,
so
very,
congratulations.
very hard. Congrats. Yeah.
Well done. All right, up from the Cheeky Brit is GCAQCW5. This is a small town challenge. Find a cache in every square of your fizzy grid, and all 81 of those caches must be a small size container. So this month he did something new. He found one of the 67 US challenges that are at or below sea level. So if you're curious, you can use the Project GC's top elevation lowest page, and you can see that GC 769PA in Norway is 4,111 feet below sea level using bogus coordinates.
In
Who
a
would
deep
ever do
fjord.
that? It's in a fjord, yes. There are 483 challenge caches globally that are below sea level and 1,005 that are at or below sea level. So if you're working on your 1,000 elevation band challenge states, Europe is the place to be. GC3T 367 Colorado 13er challenge is a highest elevation challenge, and the highest cache in the world is at 13,953 above sea level. So
all right, I love your statistics included with your finds.
They're great.
Thank you. And also we had so many more and we're running out of time, so thank you also to Team Tailwagger, Bedstefader Skule, and B&J Bish for additional submissions. And remember to enter for next month. Send in your email before next month's show. And the winner of this month's challenge to win the challenge talk path tag is Vorlon40. So congratulations. We'll be in touch to send you that. Thanks for submitting.
Excellent. Whew.
That's a lot
We
of
got
stuff
through
to
'em
fit in
all.
an hour, Tim.
And you know what? December is even more. There
All right.
were 20 caches to go through this month. Next month, there are 25. And you can definitely tell that geocaching is ramping up. It's becoming a very popular activity as time goes on. And so it's been fun to do this. When's
Yeah,
our next show?
it's neat to imagine the
Yeah.
history just based on seeing these trends that we've talked through. Yeah. So our next show is the second Tuesday of July, the 14th. So tune in then. I know that will be right after Cache Fest. We want to gather data and do it well. So we're going to talk about December 2000 caches in July and review Cache Fest in August and give you guys your proper shout outs with great information. So again, remember to keep sending us your updates on how you're doing with your box of challenges, especially if you can't make it to Cache Fest. And we know there's a cruise coming up.
Yeah.
I imagine some people are going to achieve some things on this cruise, and that's tell us about it. We want to know. We want to know. Maybe there won't be much time between you achieving them and the next show, but tell us about them anytime you have the chance to stop and send us a note. We want to hear about what you guys are achieving, whether you're signing a challenge log for the contest or not. And remember, show notes will be posted shortly after the show airs in the video description on YouTube and linked in the podcast description on your podcast player.
And remember to say hello in that very special way when you see Emily or I at an event like...
Hi, I'm Belly Dancer 2 from Atlanta, Georgia. Challenge accepted.
Or...
Hi, I'm Thunderstruck down here at Woodstock. Challenge complete.
All right, some new Geo Woodstock videos. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to hopefully try to get some more at Midwest Geobash. We love adding these little snippets into the end of the show, and we love recognizing, again, our friends of the show and letting you know, putting names and faces together. If you're listening or watching live and watching on YouTube, if you're the audio listener, well, sorry, you're going to have to go and see the pictures.
Yeah,
but you can always go back to the end of the show and do that. Again, we want to thank you very, very much to our patrons who keep all of our shows on the air. If you didn't know, Sunday's show was our 10th anniversary, and it was a lot of fun. Emily and I were on the show in the last half of the show, and we had a lot of fun talking about 10 years of the Geocache Network.
Yeah, we're happy to be here, part of it. Happy you all are too. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then we have one more. Maybe.
Hi, Emily's mom here, just popping in to say thanks for watching today.
Thanks, Mom.
And remember, it is not about the numbers. It's about the challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.